Let's do it. We're recording.
Let's go.
Okay.
I just want to know who that gorgeous girl is sitting at the end of the table.
Whoa.
This is my dear friend, Donna D'Errico.
Hi.
Wow.
Donna. Hi.
We know Donna from Baywatch, of course,
Yeah.
and your movie that you did a couple years ago, Frank.
Yeah, Frank and Penelope, yeah.
Penelope, one of the top creators at OnlyFans.
Yes, I am.
And vegan.
Yes, vegan, yes.
Animal
Love that.
activist.
Yes.
All I know is that you walked in, I went, those eyes.
I know.
Are
Oh
some
my
of the
God.
most
She's
beautiful
beautiful.
eyes I've ever
Wow.
seen.
Well, let me tell you
Thank
about
you.
Donna
Okay,
as a
let's hear.
friend. Who she is to me is such an incredible cheerleader. She's there for the good times. She's there for the bad times. Boy, you have heartbreak, you've got Donna on the phone.
Really?
And you know what's so interesting? We've known each other for years.
Yeah.
But you know, I never understood about your faith, and I bet you're kind of shocked about mine.
I'm very.
Wow.
I've
Isn't that
never heard
funny?
you discuss your faith in all the years I've known
We
you.
have never talked about our faith.
Isn't
Never.
that interesting? We
Never.
talk about all this other stuff.
Never
Where did you
talk
get
about
your eyeliner? I love
Right,
it.
exactly.
What about that leopard
and the
top?
fabulous
I know.
outfit
I know.
she's
Oh,
wearing,
yeah.
right?
And
But not
especially in
our faith.
Hollywood,
I know.
people don't want to ask each other about their faith.
turns
They
people
don't
off.
want to
Yeah.
I've known
Right.
each other for 40 years, and we have never.
Wow.
What, you
Never.
guys?
Never talked about it.
This is blowing
That is
my
so
mind.
weird.
Really, the importance of girlfriends. It means so much to me. Kim and I are only children, so
Yes.
for us, our girlfriends are our chosen sisters.
Family.
So this is a table of chosen sisters.
That's right.
Christine is actually a newer friend to me.
Okay.
But we bonded so deeply, and so did you and I.
Yeah, we did.
Right,
Right
from
off
the
the bat.
very
Yeah.
beginning. And I did your podcast,
You
so I'm
did.
getting you back.
I mean, we've been through relationships.
Ooh, some hard
relationship
ones.
help, really hard stuff.
Okay, can I just ask this? When you, I'm just going to dive right
Please,
in.
I love
it.
I'm just going to.
You have a way of doing that, Kim.
I know.
I love it.
Let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to go there, and you
Okay.
don't have to answer this, but we
I
have you
probably
hostage, and you can't get out. When you look like you do, you're absolutely stunning. You're what
thank
every
you.
young girl probably is scrolling through Instagram and TikTok, trying to aspire to. Your body is flawless. Your eyes are incredible. You're beautiful. You were on Baywatch.
Yeah.
So right there, I think many women and men are like, never had a problem, has so many guys,
Oh.
loves her life,
Yeah.
never had
lining up for her.
Donna. Anyway, you do make assumptions, and I just
Yeah.
want to ask you, when you
People do.
walked in,
You're right.
I was like, she's never had a bad day in her life. What are we going to do a podcast
wow.
on?
Oh,
Pretty? Oh, great.
I didn't think that.
Take
I
us
know.
through it, girl.
Let's
She didn't
hear.
think that.
Yeah,
No, I
let's
didn't.
hear.
Oh
Take
my
us
gosh.
through it.
I have many bad days and have had many bad days. I've been through horrible turmoil, and I've dealt with very, very low self-esteem because people and media can be very cruel. You know, they just find something to make fun of you about and pick at you about. Your nose is too big. What they like to say about me is my teeth are too large, my legs are too big for my body, they're too short, you have no waist. Just little, they find little
they find
things
it.
to comment on and make fun of you about. And I just, when I was on Baywatch, this was all new to me. I was from the South, from a little tiny town in the South, and I moved out here on a whim, and suddenly, boom, I'm on Baywatch nights, and then I'm on Baywatch, and I'm on them both at the same time. And I've got people asking for autographs, and I'm just still inside this little girl from the South that worked at the movie theater selling popcorn. And I wasn't used to people being so critical.
And mean.
Very mean.
yeah.
And I have to tell you, it's women.
I know.
It's women.
I think
Isn't
that's
that's really
It's
hard.
women. The men were never mean to me, but
Wow.
the women can be
Because
really
they were so
harsh.
jealous.
Yeah.
Isn't
I
jealousy
guess.
just
They
so
were so
ugly?
jealous.
It's such a terrible thing.
And I know all of you have dealt with the same thing, which is why I have dealt with very low, self-confidence. When I was a child, I had a little bit of, issues too, and I developed a little bit of a stammer that I've overcome, and nobody knows that I've never said that.
No.
Wow. I don't know that.
No, you don't know that either.
That's
Wow.
beautiful.
You know,
Yeah.
it's so interesting because some people come in, they're just stunningly beautiful. And after you've talked to them for a while, They're not quite as pretty.
Right.
But you get prettier.
Oh, my
every
gosh.
moment because of your
Thank
honesty
you.
Right.
And
your
vulnerability.
sincerity, you know.
Oh, wow.
That's a good word. Huh?
Yeah,
Right.
she's very
Vulnerability.
vulnerable.
Definitely. But
Yeah.
isn't it interesting that you have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers, and I happen to know like 500,000 comments if you're the most extraordinary,
Yeah.
and you get that one.
That's the one that you pay
I know.
attention to. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
What can we do about that? Because
Yes.
that one just
do we do?
clouds
It really
all the
does.
good.
Even if you delete it, that's the one that you remember,
Correct.
and
Yeah.
it just enters your head, and you can't stop thinking about.
Right.
I know.
Exactly. So what do we do about that?
But also
How do we-
considering the source too.
Right.
I got one this morning, and I a bunch of likes, and I got one, and they said, "Why is she wearing such an ugly dress? And her hair is terrible." And I go, and I had, 1,000 likes on something, and then I had that, and I was like, and I'm not looking at the 1,000 likes. I'm not thanking those people. I'm staring at the one going, she doesn't like my dress or my hair. And then I was like, no, because I have a saying I say every day, and it says, I refuse to be moved, shaken, or worried by what others ask, write, or say about me on social media.
Right.
Wow.
I am a child of the Most High God. Jehovah Nissi, the Lord God, my banner goes before me. The God of angels' armies is always on my side,
Oh my
protecting
gosh.
me. I say it out loud every morning because
I love
I can't
that.
handle one me note
Yeah.
but they do. It's the one, and so I have a little saying I say every morning about it. But you're right. It is women. I looked to see
It
who
just
did it,
is.
Right.
and it's this lady. She has like one follower. Who knows?
Right.
She and whatever. That doesn't make somebody good or bad.
No.
But
Right.
it just when you say it's women and then we focus on it, it's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you know, it doesn't matter if it's men or women.
No,
It doesn't matter,
Really.
but
I deal with it in this way because we've all been victims,
Right.
But we refuse to stay there.
Right.
We
Right.
become victors because none of us like to be attacked. None
Right.
of us like to be made to feel bad.
No.
that's
Right.
right.
You know,
That's
yeah.
right.
So there is a way to not allow it,
That's
or when
right.
it happens to say no. And I do another thing. I say, I refuse to let anything take my joy today.
Oh, I like that a lot.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's good. But in us making new friends,
Yeah.
like you and I bonded fast, Christine and I bonded fast. We have these 40-year
Wow.
relationships. How do we trust new people? I
It's
find
so
that really
hard.
hard.
It is hard.
It is hard because of these assumptions. They say that women are friends face to face, but men are friends side by side.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
So we really get to the heart of it with our
Yeah.
sisters and the ones that we really trust. But I find trusting new people is a challenge.
It really is.
I don't trust.
You don't trust.
I do not trust new friends. No, now they have to earn my trust.
But I'm in, right?
Oh, that's what she said at lunch.
So it was over
40 years, honey. 40 years.
I know,
Wow.
right?
Come on.
I've been hurt by so many people that I thought were friends in the past that like Tracey was saying, it's hard to trust now.
Yeah. Let's talk about when I first met you. I remembered, and maybe some of our viewers and listeners will, you had white blonde hair.
Yeah.
What was that all about? The change, I mean.
Well,
Is this natural?
this is my natural color.
Okay.
Wow.
It just had its day, and I'm not 20-something or 30-something anymore, and I just felt like, bleaching my hair constantly. You know what actually happened was COVID.
Oh.
When nobody could go to the
can't
hair
get
salon
out.
anymore. And I had this
Really?
horrible regrowth, and I was like, my gosh, what am I going to do? And I was like, well, my regrowth is kind of pretty.
It's
Wow.
fabulous.
Yeah, and so I was like, why don't I just go
great.
back to my natural color? Because I was looking at my regrowth, and it was just, I could see that I wasn't
Yeah.
going gray yet, knock
Yeah.
on wood. And I thought, well, let's just see what it looks like. And I was in shock for about 2 weeks after I went dark. But then after that, I was like, I really wish I had done this before, because
Yeah.
I feel more like me.
Who you are
that's
authentically.
nice. Yeah.
But then the roles really started to
Yeah,
come
they
to you
did.
as well.
Oh,
It really picked up
Were
your
they
career.
different?
Yeah.
Were they more?
Yeah, villainous. I like that. I like being the villain. I don't want to be the bimbo. I don't want to be, that.
Yeah.
I like playing villainous roles with no makeup on and my hair
Wow.
looking not great and wearing kind of not amazing clothes and being mean. And
Are you married?
Right.
I'm not. No, I don't.
Have you ever been?
Yes.
Children?
Yes.
How many?
2. Yeah, 2.
Boy,
Grown.
girl?
one of each. They're grown now.
Because your
amazing
body
mom.
looks like you've
Thank
never
you.
had a
Yeah, it
child.
looks like she never carried.
Yeah.
But she's an amazing mom and an amazing rescue dog mom
Yes.
to a dog. Please tell us about Scout.
Oh, Scout. Okay. So I rescued Scout about 3 years ago, and he's deaf. He has 3 good legs.
Bless him.
He's the cutest thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He has no teeth.
Don't let his looks fool you, though.
He's so cute, but he's really mean. I mean, he's so mean.
But he has no teeth.
He has
So
no
what's
teeth.
the- yeah.
He can pinch pretty hard, though.
What?
Yeah, he can
Oh my
pinch.
God.
So cute.
He goes like piranha on your ankles, and he will just
Was he like that when you rescued him?
Yeah. He was like
must have been
that to
through a
me
lot.
until he
He's been
started understanding
Warming
that because he was abused, and it's just fear.
baby.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just fear.
Isn't that
so
the truth?
he stays home with me. I stay home, he stays home.
We just finished watching
Dry bar comedy.
It was so fun, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness, they had Adam Carolla, who is an amazing comedian, and they have over 20 different stand-up comedy shows to watch, and this is on their live TV channel, you guys. Did you know you can watch live comedy on Angel?
Clean comedy.
clean comedy
Yeah.
because there was no foul language, so
Nothing.
family friendly and really funny.
We love the diversity that Angel has. You just go to the link or you join the Angel Guild.
I love the idea that I can go to one place and know whatever I choose, it's going to be good for my family.
That's right.
And by the way, you guys, you get to vote and choose all of the shows that are Angel. If you're part of the guild, you're part of the community.
You become part of a family.
Now streaming on Angel.
So what made you go vegan and start advocating for animals?
I was on a podcast a long time ago, and I was shown this undercover footage of factory farms. And up until then, I didn't know, I'd never heard the word factory farm. I didn't know what that was.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. And
What is it?
It's where all the meat and eggs and everything comes from. It's where there are like thousands and thousands and thousands of little tiny cages with these animals in them.
They're confined animal feeding operations. They call them CAFOs.
It's
That's what
just
they do.
Really filthy living conditions, and some of them are laying there dead, and they're trampling over the dead ones. It's just like I've never seen anything like it. So I was in tears, and I came back into the podcast, and I said, "I'm never eating meat again. I can't look at meat the same way again, ever.
Yeah.
Dairy or anything.
Yeah.
So that's the day that it happened.
Now, also,
It was Sam Simon's podcast.
oh, interesting.
So how long ago was that? How long have
Oh
you been
God,
vegan?
that was a few years before he passed. So it was it's probably 9 years ago, maybe something like that.
And are you a strict vegan, or do you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't read labels.
Okay.
I do the best I can.
I call myself veganish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kathy Preston, veganish. Yeah.
I say I eat mostly plants.
Yeah.
If like something had chicken broth in it, I'm not going to worry, or butter. But it's true, the way the animals are cared for
awful.
and raised, and they condense them, and then they pump them up with all kinds of medicine. But then when one of them dies, like in the confined animal feeding operation, they do leave it. Sometimes those animals eat that dead animal.
God.
Yeah.
So then this is what you're
Yes.
eating.
Yes.
No, because
Yes.
people should know.
No.
People should know.
They should know.
Yeah.
But I should tell you,
That's
the
a good
vegan
reason
community.
to pray before you eat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And this is a good segue to, I really wanted to understand your faith journey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're at God's Table Hollywood.
Right.
Well, my faith journey. So I was a cradle Catholic. I was baptized when I was a baby, and I grew up Catholic. We went to church every Sunday, and we would sing all the songs and all of that stuff. I was very, very devout.
Wow.
Then I grew up, and I went through my rebellious stage, and I did a lot of bad things that I'm not very proud of, and I really fell away from the church. I didn't say I don't believe in that anymore, but I just removed myself from God and the faith and everything, and I was just doing my sinful life.
I have a question. While you were in that mode of doing your own thing, did you still have faith in Jesus as your Lord and Savior?
I did.
You
and
still had
I
that.
knew I was sinning. I knew that I was sinning, and I knew that it was wrong, and I was doing it anyway. So it was really horrible. And then after, Several years. What happened was when I was going through my divorce, it was really hard. It was a really awful divorce, very bad. Yeah, contentious, acrimonious. And I decided, because I felt so alone. I didn't have friends, and I just felt very alone. And so I decided I was going to return to the church, because I remembered back when I was younger that I never felt alone with God.
Isn't that so
wonderful? And I was feeling so alone. Sorry. I decided that I wanted that back. Yeah. So I went back to church, and I had to go through this. I'm Catholic. I'm a traditional Catholic. So I had to go to confession. Wow. And I was talking to the priest, and he said, well, I said, listen, I'll be in there for 3 days. You don't have that kind of time, so what do I do? So he said,
I love it.
He said, just make a general confession. Confess all the worst ones that you did that you can remember, and then just say, and for these and all the sins of my past life, I'm sorry. And then that'll encompass the rest.
Right.
So I did that, and I was crying in the confessional and stuff. And I came out, and I just had this lightweight feeling. I just felt so free and so like, oh my God, I just wiped away all of that horrible stuff that I did. Yeah. And I'm starting fresh again. And it was just amazing. And I've been to church every Sunday ever since.
Wow. That's what your life is like when you give it all to Christ and leave it on his throne.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a beautiful testimony. I love that.
Thank you.
So great.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
sure
you.
that wasn't easy, though.
Yeah, no,
Really,
I've never
really
talked about that. No.
blessed a lot of people watching. Just you did. So good.
Thank you so much. For
You're
being so
welcome.
honest.
Well, thank you for asking me.
Oh, are you kidding?
Why do you think that it is so easy in Hollywood, and that you achieve this certain level of fame and fortune and all kinds of accolades? Why is it that it's so hard for us and people to talk about their faith?
You know what's weird? I'm from Georgia, and everybody talks about their faith.
Yeah.
there.
Oh, I just came
Very
from the South.
openly.
I just married a Southern man. Everybody
every
is like,
conversation
bless
is
you,
about-
darling.
Yes.
And you want to come to church next week? And we got the
Out
lemonade.
here, you're right.
Oh, out
everyone's
here.
afraid because you're going to be, outcast or something.
Don't
and they're
talk
afraid
about
you're going to
your faith.
Bible thump
Yeah.
at them or
Don't try to convert me.
Also, the thought in
Yeah.
Hollywood is if you believe in God, you're not going to get a role. Is that
which is very sad. I've never heard it put like that, but I guess
No, I haven't either.
Okay, they're worried about their politics. They won't get a role.
Yeah.
Politics enters
Politics,
in.
yes, but I don't know
You're
about.
right, though. I think there's a little slash of that.
Yeah.
If you're a
religion.
Jesus follower,
We're very
Now you're a
religious.
Jesus freak.
Unbeliever. Yes.
You're
Yes.
a Jesus freak. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're trying to convert
Yeah.
and so on.
It's
Interesting.
starting to get. There's a little
yeah.
minuscule change going on.
Agreed.
I think it's even more than a minuscule.
Yeah,
I think there is
noticed
a
it.
big change.
Yeah.
I have noticed
I feel
something.
it in the atmosphere.
Right? People
Absolutely.
need something to
A big
believe
change.
in.
Yes.
We need faith.
You know, there's
Right.
big A-list stars that are now being very open about
Yeah.
it.
yes,
Speaking.
Mark
Very
Wahlberg,
open.
he's like
Right.
always
That's who I was
saying,
thinking
pray
of.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, pray
I
up.
love that.
He does.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because tying into your story with COVID and then with, the economy and politics and divisiveness, I think everybody just got so down, like you were saying, you were, and all of us did. And I think that everybody was like looking for something, and faith was like the only thing we
Right.
could reach for at that time, because everything else was closed. The bars, the dance clubs, the, dating, all of it was just
Gyms,
gone.
everything.
Gyms, right.
Right.
And I feel like I say this all the time, faith is back in fashion.
It
And
really,
it really
is.
is.
I like that.
Faith is back in fashion.
And look what it looks like.
Oh my God!
do too bad,
I'll take
And you were talking about feeling alone.
Yeah.
So many people feel alone.
Yes. Yes.
So many, even married people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel alone. And I like to look at that word and consider adding one more L and making it all one.
Oh, I love
I like
that.
that a lot.
All
Isn't
one.
that great?
I like that.
It's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
That faith that you're talking about that made you feel not alone.
Right.
Right.
Can help you
Yeah.
with anything you're going through.
Yeah.
If you want to go out and you're reluctant to, if you want to call somebody and you're afraid you can't trust them, it gives us those answers we need in the moment. Faith, I count.
It
I count
does.
on that for everything.
It does. I don't feel necessarily lonely. But I am alone. And I mean, not other than with God.
And you have
Yeah.
Scout.
I have Scout. I have my bird.
Yeah.
No,
Children come to visit.
Right.
Yeah.
I have told my kids many times, it might be the Chihuahua and me for the win.
I'm alone, and I've been alone for a long
all
time.
one.
All one.
All one.
Yeah, all one. But I've been alone, but not all one till the last few years when I understood that I really wasn't alone. And still, there are times when I think, oh, it'd be so nice to have a hand to hold that I could trust.
That you could trust. That's the big one.
But you know what? I've known Dyan so many years,
I
and
know.
we've talked about this a
And
couple of
she's
times, and
just
this
recently-
is the first
Yeah.
time she's actually wanted
Yeah.
to meet somebody.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's been telling us
Wow.
she's ready.
She verbalized
Yes.
Wow.
No, it's great.
Have you worn the ring yet?
What?
What?
Oh, my ring?
Yes,
know.
we have a thing. We have
Yeah.
a thing with the
Yeah.
ring. A thing with the
Tell us
ring.
about the ring.
My wedding ring, I put on Kym's finger, and I just said, take a look.
Well,
'cause
wait, let's go
something's gonna
back a little
happen.
bit.
But
I
yeah.
had been married 37 years to an actor from The Young and the Restless.
Okay.
Love of my life. He passed away from cancer.
sorry.
I went, thank you. I went, talk about losing your faith and then finding it again. And then I went almost 4 years, and at one point I kind of was like, Dyan, I never went on dating apps or anything. And I said to Christine, I might be ready, and then go on.
And then I
We're
just
at
took
God's
my wedding
table.
ring off. We were
sitting
doing
here.
a God's
Sitting
Table
here at God's
podcast
table.
Right here.
in this
So we
entryway.
might need you to put on the ring.
Yeah, exactly. So I put it on.
Wait,
I
wait.
put it on her finger, and I just said, "Get used to it, girl. You're gonna get married soon." She wasn't even dating anyone. She, like zero.
joking. She was like, "Oh, look at me. I'm
gonna get married. I'm gonna find. And I said something like, "I'm gonna be living in." I mean, it was something ridiculous. Like I'm gonna be living by water, and he's gonna be my Prince Charming, and I'm just fooling around.
She prophesied over her own life.
Yes,
because
she
this
did.
is God's table. This is a table of faith, okay? So she said
Within
it,
3
God
months,
delivered it.
within 3 months, I had met him. We had gotten engaged. We're married already.
Stop.
Yes,
Stop.
just got
Let me
married.
explain something to you about this overachiever.
Oh, yeah.
In the time it
No,
took me to get
easy.
one grandchild, she gets engaged, married, and gets 17 of them.
Yes, I
17
know.
grandchildren.
So here's the kicker.
Yeah.
So you pray, and you really do get on your knees, and
yeah.
just recently, I don't know if I've told this story, but recently my son Hunter, who's 27, he said, Mom, I remember up until I was like 11, I used to pray every night that our family would get just a little bit bigger. After I was married to Jerry, we had infertility problems. And I used to pray that the Lord would somehow bring one more child to me or somebody within our family. And obviously it never happened. My son became 27. My husband passed away. And in one day I married Tim Robertson. He has 5 grown kids. They're all married. So I have 10 stepchildren in one day. And he has 17 grandchildren.
my
And
gosh.
Hunter sat in the middle of a picture with 17
Stop.
nieces and nephews in one day. So that's our God.
Would you
That
like
is our
to get
God.
married again? Oh, careful what you say.
Yeah,
now.
you're at God's
table. So if you say it, probably in the next 12 months you're gonna end up married.
This is a very powerful circle here. Maybe.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yes.
As I sit here right now, I'm going to say no.
Okay, good.
I think no.
How honest.
I don't think so, because I haven't dated in years. I'm completely celibate for years, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
No, you're not.
No.
I don't feel like
And I'm not doing it because I think I'm missing anything, because I understand my
great life.
completeness.
Yep.
Big time. But, okay, girlfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that could change. The thing is, if I happened to meet someone, maybe that would bring me out of my contentment
Absolutely.
of being
Oh, I
alone.
hope
have to be
not.
someone
I hope it
very,
doesn't bring
very
you out of any
special.
contentment, but
Well,
you
it's
would
gonna
just
bring you
have
out of your
more.
shell.
Yeah,
Right.
Shell.
And he can also bring something else in, a purpose, a career path, a person or whatever,
Yeah.
that it just, you just ask him
just
for
never
what.
know.
Yeah.
But you're in a good place when you can be by yourself and not
Yes.
lonely.
Right.
Yes.
And for me, when I've been in that situation, I know that I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too.
You
But
are.
someone would really have to add to my life.
Right.
I don't feel like I'm needing to find a missing piece.
Right. Oh,
Yes.
that's a good way to put it.
So good.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So-
Tracey has a way of sussing up things.
She says
she's
things
so
very
good.
well. Yeah.
She does.
Dyan said something the other day that really blew my mind to Kym. When you called Kym the peacemaker and you said, I always thought that I was people pleasing.
Yes.
Oh,
Isn't
she
that amazing?
flipped it for me.
It flipped it for me.
It flipped it a lot. Yeah.
I just loved that.
Yeah.
I
it
love
really
that.
is about your mindset.
It
Yeah.
so is
It
about
really
your
is.
mindset and your belief.
Yeah.
And your belief.
And faith and your
Yeah.
faith. So this has been an extraordinary time.
I know.
Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you. Thank you.
And Donna, we just want to thank you for being here and being so vulnerable. You are beautiful.
Oh, thank you for
have
having me.
everything from the inside, and I just feel that God has His hand on your life.
Oh
and
my gosh, thank
He's
you.
just covering you, and we can't wait to have you on again.
Oh
Do all
my
the great
gosh,
things
thank
that
you
have
so
happened.
much.
Thank you for
That
your
means a lot.
truth.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that will mean a lot to the people listening or
Yes.
watching us.
Yeah.
I'm so
You
happy
helped
you
a
asked
lot.
me to come on.
I'm so happy.
And even
I'm
for
glad.
those who can't hear a word that you've said, they just have to look at you and see beauty.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
and you
you.
really
Inside and out.
you show God and you show love
Does.
so strongly.
She's very
Oh,
You
wow.
are
I like
just
hearing that.
So peaceful.
She's very
Thank you.
peaceful.
and you're a blessing
Oh, my
to
gosh.
so many. And so I am really glad that you came here so people can see
Yeah.
there are beautiful people that are in Hollywood that love
Faith-filled.
the Lord.
Thank
So
you.
that's so important to get that out. And
Yeah.
so really what you shared today was a big, big deal.
I appreciate
We
that.
thank you.
Thank you. We love you.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you guys. Yay.
If you believe that movies should amplify the light to the world,
And if you care about what movies are in the theater or what shows are on television, you know what you do?
What?
You join the Angel Guild.
join the Angel
That's
Guild.
right.
right.
And did you guys know that being a member of the Angel Guild allows you and anyone else who joins the Angel Guild to literally vote on which projects Angel will bring to the world?
Then you can decide what movies are made.
Yes.
And
Isn't
what
that
movies
amazing?
you can send your
power.
children to.
Yes.
And grandchildren.
Yes.
If you join the Angel Guild, this gives you the opportunity not only to watch this film, King of Kings, that we've been chatting about, but also to watch a catalog of content that you really appreciate and enjoy. So, the moral of the story, join the Angel Guild.
Also, that means you don't have to leave home.
But you can do both. You can see Angel Studios in the movie theaters or in your own home.
See, I like the option.
I love that. Go join the guild.
Go join the Guild, you guys.
Now streaming on Angel.